All right, the person who will be taking us on the next session of today's class is Olugbenga Ajewole. He will be taking us on the topic that says delivering requirements. Benga is a seasoned IT officer and software engineer with a rich background in web development, cloud security, and automation. He's also an expert in modern programming languages and frameworks, with skills extending to API development and testing. Beyond web development, Olubenga excels in managing IT infrastructures, handling complex migrations, and ensuring the seamless integration of various systems like Bitrix 24 and RoundQ. Driven by a commitment to professional excellence, he continues to push the boundaries in IT, offering innovative solutions and insights to improve organizational efficiency and security. Ladies and gentlemen, with a clapping of hands in the chat room, let's welcome our third trainer, who will be taking the business analysis aspect of today's class, and the topic says delivering the requirement. Hi, Benga. If you can hear me, you can take it off from here.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today?
Good.
Hello, everyone. Is anyone there?
Yes,
Yeah,
loud and clear. We can hear.
Great. Thank you so much for that introduction, which I will say that, I believe you still have my whole, what's it called? Um, my whole, what's the description, what your what's my values or what I've been able to do in the industry for the couple of years. I believe you still have the whole me, right? Yeah, we'll look into updating that. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Okay. One thing that I like to do on my section is that I like to have people that is going to be giving a verbal response to questions. I really like to understand that. I really like to see that we are following through with our verbal communication, not just the, sending chat. Anybody can send chat, but do you really understand the concept? Are you following along? Is it impacting you in one way or the other? So all of these questions, just I would like someone to. I know that we don't have the luxury of time for everybody to, unmute their mic and speak. But yes, if anybody can nominate themselves to just take that responsibility on, can anybody nominate themselves to take that responsibility on? We have Aisha, we have Nike, Honesty, we have Anua, we have Priscilla, we have Ricky, Deji, Niyi, we have Awa, we have Bello, we have a lot of people on the call. So yes, anybody, just volunteer yourself and let's get started. I believe we are all here because I know that we just came from a break. I believe we are currently present. We can hear me. If we can hear me, let me see our reactions with emojis and the likes. Okay, yes, smile. Okay, yes, me. All right, good. Okay, thank you, boss. Appreciate it. All right, great, clearly. Okay, good. All right, okay. Okay, let's get started then. Let's begin. So just along the way, if anybody wants to unmute their mic and speak, then you can go ahead and speak. But I really would like just one person to, so that we can have coordination. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, now I want to ask a very profound question. You see, when it comes to business analysis, let me understand tell me so that I can understand what the term business analysis means to us. What do we understand by business analysis itself? Anybody? Just give me the rough. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, in my little knowledge, I could say that thank you very much, Mr. Olubegi, for this opportunity. I would just say it is the process of taking as it is, as it to be of any
Okay,
business. That is
beautiful.
that's just a short summary. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. As is and to be, that is very beautiful. You see, you've been able to coin what business analysis is. The bigger grammars that could have went into it, you broke it down into two compartments. You have as is, which is what the business is currently doing, what they are doing right now, and to be, where you as a business analyst should be able to take the business to, right? You coming in as a business analyst, you should be able to take a company from where they are right now to where they need to be in the future. And that's a beautiful one. Thank you very much for that. Now, one thing I want us to understand is that um, the the analyst at the back of business analyst. Let me start by sharing my screen. Okay. I believe we all have the what to call the slide, but from the slide, I was able to coin just few um, just a summary of my own slide so that I can use that to drive the section well. Okay, so yes, this is my own summary, but it's picked from the entire slide itself. All right, so now for business analyst, okay, the word analyst doesn't just stop at after you have analyzed the business, maybe for let's say the business is transformation college, right? We hired you in transformation college as a business analyst. Now you coming into transformation college as a business analyst, you realize that okay, for now they are still sending WhatsApp messages or creating groups for people to be on a WhatsApp group so that they can pass information, or maybe they are using Telegram or whatnot. Now, you as a business analyst, you see that all of these processes, I mean, that means that for every section, you have to create a new WhatsApp group for those section and the like. So you want to make sure that you take them from just all those manual approach to an automated approach, which means that you want to create an an LMS system for them, which is learning management system. All right. So now that means you want to take them from just all those manual approach, or maybe they are using Google Forms for exam. If you want to take an assessment, they will send you a Google Forms or whatnot. So now you want to take them away from doing all of that into a more sufficient one, a more technological one, which you want to look into creating or proposing an LMS system for the organization. Now, that is you planning to take them from as is to be. But now I want us to now understand to today, because today's section is not to tell us, or is not to I believe we've done BA. I think I did a section one time like that too, around BA. Oh, this is my second class for this summer, right? So the we already have background knowledge around what a BA business analysis, the role, and all of that. So I'm not even taking us into that. All right, not to waste our time. But what today's section is all about is delivering the requirement. Now, it is not just delivering the requirement. Of course, you are going to still do your job as a business analyst, but it is even more than you just being an analyst, right? You're not just only here to analyze business. You are to make sure that whatever you've analyzed, whatever solution you've proposed is working. You want to see it work in real life. Okay, so that is why the topic today is delivering the requirement. All right, I hope we're following through. So what we'll cover today is the delivery bridge, the bridge between the requirement and the solution that was delivered. So if you've proposed the requirement and then they've built a solution, you want to make sure that the solution works, right? So I'm a software engineer. I myself, personally, I'm a software engineer, um, the head of IT for my organization, and I have teams. I have, people on my team that I coordinate and I work with. Now, I want to tell us a real life scenario, okay? A real one that actually happened. So now I have people on my team. We've already built the software, we've built the solution, beautifully well done, like absolutely fantastic building process. Now we've completed the build process. We've even delivered the solution, right? The solution is currently in the market. Okay, how do we now get people to use this solution? It is not just you building a solution. Now you have a solution. Are people making use of it? Right? Since you've delivered the solution, are people using that solution? Can you prove that your solution works? Because to you now, the solution, of course, it is great. You've been able to. Now let's come back to the example we are citing. Maybe if we'll hire you as a business analyst for Transformation College, and then you've come in, right? You're currently inside the system, and then you've looked through what we have as of today. You see that we are creating WhatsApp group manually, and then sending in Microsoft forms or whatnot for you to take assessment and the likes. And then you came up with a solution. You've already drafted the solution. You've provided us with the business requirement documents, the necessary documents that we need, right? You've provided everything. Now you've communicate or you've set a strategy in place. You have your developers develop the system, the LMS system. Now they delivered it. You still want to make sure that that solution works, right? That people are using that solution. You want to prove the value. Now, that is what we're going to really cover today. That is where we're driving at. The delivery bridge and making it happen. We want to make sure that it happens. And also, we are providing values. So that's what we're looking at today. Okay. I hope we can see my screen. I didn't ask that question. I hope we can see this very well.
I can see your screen, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Now, where this sits in BA lifecycle, right? So in BA lifecycle, we start by establishing the entire document. So you come up with your plan, you draft your business requirement document, you draft what you have initially, what the business is right now, right? As is, right? I think I took a section around as is. Can anybody remind me the tool we use to draft out as is? The tool that we use specifically for as is to see where the business is and where it should be. Anybody? Okay. Do we remember that section? I know
I'm
you've.
trying to. I'm trying
Okay.
to.
Okay. Okay. All right. I won't even go into details, but let's just go ahead. Okay. So now, we establish. Now let's go back into our section where this sits in BA lifecycle. Now we establish. That means we have all our, requirement. We have everything set. We have where the company needs to, what the company is doing right now and where they need to be. That is established. Now the document and modeling. Now we want to go further to model it. We want to set a record in place. We want to put plans in place for all of that and then validate and manage. All right. We want to confirm that everything that we've set from established and what we've modeled, everything is working perfectly. All right. Setting, confirming baseline and the likes. And also we want to go further into deliver. Now that is the handover. Now it is not just now in the deliver, which is what we are really looking at today. It doesn't just end at you delivering the solution. You want to actually prove that your solution works. That solution is a benefit. It should be a benefit to the organization itself, right? And okay, if I'm to ask us a question, right? If I'm to ask us a question around this, if I walk up to you today and I walk up to you, maybe you've been passing through a road for a very long time. You've been taking the same axis all over again, but I now walk up to you and I said to you that but there's a shortcut around that area that you can take that shortcut. You'll be able to get there in maybe the normal route that you've been taking. is about it takes you 2 hours to get to your destination, and then I walk up to you and I show you another route, a shortcut that is going to take you just 20 minutes to get to your destination. Which one will you prefer, please? Which one are we going to prefer?
Shortcut.
Nike, shortcut, of course. We're definitely going to. Do we all agree? I believe so. Is that correct?
The shortcut too.
The
Yes,
shortcut,
sir.
absolutely,
Yes.
because it is going to cut a lot of stress. I mean, our time will be saved, and a lot more is going to, you know, go into that. But now, after me proposing that shortcut to you, before taking it, now I'm the one telling you that if you take my shortcut, it's going to take you 20 minutes. But now you are now taking that shortcut. That shortcut is now taking you 2 days. Are you going to go back to your normal route, or you are still going to maintain my shortcut? Or is that even a shortcut anymore? That's the question.
No longer a shortcut too. I will
It's
go
not
back to where I'm coming from.
right. You will prefer to just be where you are. Because this is no longer a shortcut, this is now a very long cut. Okay, and that is how it is, right? We cannot soundly say that our solution works. We cannot beat our chest and say that our solution works if people are not using it. That's the truth of the matter. If you as a business analyst, you've been able to come up with a solution to automate a particular action, but you can't see that your solution works. That's I mean, how are you going to prove that yes, this is a solution? Not to say that that solution is now the solution has to now be the new problem. Okay, so that's where we are. That's what we're trying to do. Joyce, I think your mic is shaky. Mute your mic. I think there's
Okay.
just okay. Thank you so much, Joyce. Now, that's where we are, okay? A requirement, now the core reframe is a requirement is not done when it is written, agreed, or even built. It is done when the business is using it, okay? And they gain the value that you promised from it. All right, so that's where we are. Now, by the end of this hour, with the tools I'll be showing and the processes, you'll be able to know how to bridge the gap of delivery and also plan the transition. Okay, you'll be able to manage cut over and you'll be able to support adaptation. It is very important supporting adaptation, right? You just don't want to build a solution and then you say, nice, so I've done what you asked me to do. You as a business analyst, that is not the end of your deliverables. Now, your deliverable is just starting. It is like after building a house. Now, let me take it. Now, let me take it to the real sense. After building, after building a house, you've hired contractors. They've built a two-bedroom apartment for you. Maybe it's a skyscraper. I don't know. Let's just say a two-bedroom apartment. Okay, they've built a two-bedroom house for you. Now, but they did not furnish it or they did not paint it, even they did not plaster it. Are you going to be able to live in there, in that house? Will you be comfortable to stay in that house? That's a question. Are we going to be
No, sir.
comfortable? Absolutely. That is it. All right. That is when we don't support adoption, when we don't allow the organization to adopt what's the solution that we've proposed, that means that we've only built a house and we did not plaster, we did not put furnitures in place, we did not paint the building, we did not even roof it. That is what it means, right? You just build a solution, and you left. Nah, that's not what the job of BA is. Now, our job is not to just look at as is and to be. Nah, our job is to support adoption itself too, and also to track benefit. We want to make sure that that is benefiting the company, it's benefiting the organization. and also we want to close the loop. Now, this is where we describe the purpose of a post-implementation review. Okay, this is where we do all of that. Now, let's go further. Okay, we just have a few more. From baseline requirement to a building solution. Now, an analyst output is that a baseline is agreed upon. Of course, you create a trackable matrix linking requirement to the test case. You have an acceptance criteria for every requirement and also a prioritized release plan. Okay, but what delivery team helps you to do, what they need is a clear, unambiguous acceptance criteria, not just a feature list. I hope we're getting now. This is from analysts and what we should do, where our mindset should be, right? As an analyst, as a business analyst, we're not just going to, after we've provided an agreed requirement catalog, after we've created an acceptable criteria for every requirement, we're not just stopping there. We're going into creating a more unambiguous acceptance criteria, right? We want to give context to what is behind every requirement, what they need to do, right? And also, we want to create a single point of contract for clarification during build, and also a visible of what must, should, and could for sequencing sake. Okay, and that is in this process, we'll be looking at a tool called Trello. Are we familiar with Trello? Anybody? Must have done Trello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Are we all familiar with it?
No, not at all.
No,
Not
sir.
all. Okay. Okay. All right. Not going to be a problem. Not going to be a problem. We'll look at it. Okay. Now, let's go further into analyst roles before delivery. We all know what analyst role is before delivery. If you're bringing a solution, if you're proposing a solution, that means you've already know what our problem is before you even propose a solution. Okay. Now, the first thing we want to do is answering the delivery team's questions quickly using the original stakeholders' intent and their reference. So that means that you've already set a meeting with the stakeholders, even after understanding our requirement. Okay, now let me say this. Is anybody working in an organization right now? Do you have an organization you work with? Anybody can just do with a show of hands.
Yes, sir.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. Great. Great. Thank you for that. Now, in your organization right now, there must be some things you feel like, wait, but we can change this thing. This thing is stressing us. I mean, why do they have to go back and forth? Now, in my own organization, I work with a company, Training Night, and I work with Certified GRC. Now, in Training Night, there's a particular process that will go about, um, you know, okay, what we do in Training Night is that with a training organization, a training institute, we train professionals on ISO standards and others, AI, anything, just professionals in organizations and anything, right? And in Training Night, what before I joined the organization, so what they've been doing is they send Microsoft Forms to after the professionals have taken their training, so they will now send the Microsoft Forms for them to take assessment. No, there's no they also send what's it called, another Microsoft Forms, so that they can collect feedback from client. They also send another Microsoft Forms so that they can track their trainers and the likes. But me coming into the organization, I looked at the problem. I'm like, okay, wait, why are they going through all of this stress? This can be automated, right? So the first thing I did was to have a meeting. I set up a meeting with the people, the stakeholders, the people that are using those, that are performing those actions, right? That are sending out the Microsoft Forms. I had to have a sit down with them. I have to understand the problem itself, right? So that is where clarify comes in, clarification. You want to have a meeting with the original stakeholders because these are the people I want to solve problems for. right? And then I go further to collecting input from the feedback form that they collect, right? Maybe a user. Now, in the user, I ask them, sorry, in the Microsoft form, I ask them that when they are sending that Microsoft form, before I even start building at all, that's what I'm trying to let us know. Before I start building the solution at all, I have to send to the team. I said they should add a question there that what can we improve on, right? So that participants will be the one to answer that. So we know their pain point. I don't just want to build a solution that it is not focusing on the client, you know, pain point. I want to build a solution that really drives change. So that's my intent. Now, immediately we set that in place, and behold, the particular form they said people don't use form anymore. We should have an LMS. We should build. And these are the complaints that the participants were giving. And immediately I was able to get that feedback. Now I have clarity. Okay, that's clarified. So I have clarity of my focus. I have where I should go. Okay, and now I start building. Okay, immediately I start building. I build with the team. All right, you know what? Let's build an LMS mainly for the purpose of our for this company, and then we build an LMS system which we're still using till today in my organization. Now, furthermore, we go further. Now, let's look at manage change. Now, route any newly discovered gap or change through the agreed change control process, not informally. This manage change is that maybe, after building the solution, maybe the users are now finding it difficult to download their certificate. Okay. In there, we know their pain point. We understand that, okay, wait, users, we've already also will send in the LMS system, there is a feedback you can fill. So you can fill a feedback and say, and give us informations. Maybe you're finding it difficult to, on also there is email. You can email us and tell us that, okay, you cannot download your certificate, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you're finding it difficult to sign in or whatnot. So all of this information is being collected inside the LMS system. So building the solution, I don't just build a solution, I build a solution that is going to still capture their feedback as well. All right. So that if they have any pain points, they can relate it through a channel. That's how you build a solution, right? You want to make sure that it meets that requirement. It meets it tackles their pain point. You just don't want to build a solution that nobody is going to use. Okay. So now to that, I have to create that, and then I was able to track changes. I was able to manage their changes, manage their expectations and the likes. And also I went further to verify, to confirm that the built solution against the acceptance criteria before it goes to the users. I have to verify every functions in that domain. I have to know that yes, it works. Of course, great. Right? Are they using it? Very good. And these are the processes that went into it. All right. So now, transitioning requirements and business readiness. This is the next one that we have. We're about getting done. Now, firstly is data migration and also training. The third one is interim processes and then the commissioning. Okay. Now, data migration. Now, let's go back to the real world scenario, which I told us about building an LMS for training nights. Okay. Now, building an LMS system for training nights, that means that they have past record because they have been using form for quite some time. And that is the same for every organization. There is a way they have been doing it. That is as is. All right. So now there's a process that they've been doing. There's a way that they've been doing it before you got into the organization or before before you see the problem. Okay. So now you want to perform data migration. You don't want any organization. One thing that we should understand, I believe that before this section, the AI trainers have come in and then they've taken certain sections, right? That's correct. So one thing you should understand with AI is that data is essential. Data is important. And that is even with everything in this world. Data is important. Now, you don't want to lose data, even for organizations, right? Organizations don't want to lose data. So you don't want to be the reason, your solution will not be the reason why an organization is losing their data, an entire data, right? You don't want to be the solution that is not going to accept a past data record, okay? So you want to be the solution that you'll be able to migrate past data into your new. You don't just want to work up, no, yeah, I have a solution for you. You have to neglect your old ways. No, you want to bring back their information, their old data, bring it into your new system. They will now say that, oh, right, beautiful. Now I can follow along with this. Okay. And that's the same way. Also, after migrating data, you want to go further to training. You want to train people. Now, when, like I said, in the example, real life scenario I was giving us, before the LMS platform, people are already using Microsoft Forms, right, to send information. Now, that means that the participants, you're taking them from just using Microsoft Forms for assessment to using using the LMS platform. Now, if we are to take them from that, that means that we have to also create time to teach the participants, to let them know that, okay, this is our LMS platform. You just have to go here, go here, go here. All right. Now, before we train the participants, before we show the participants how it is done, we have to show that to the process owner themselves, the people that have been using Microsoft Forms, creating Microsoft Forms before now. So we took our time and we show it to the process owners, people that will be interacting with the participant, right? That is the training section of it. We have to show it. You have to train them how to use your new product, your new solution. All right. Now, interim process. Interim process is, you have a process that, okay, after training, right? You want to make sure that you have a build up process that they should follow, like a step to step guide or whatnot, information that they should follow. And then decommissioning. Decommissioning is not you. Now, in decommissioning, when putting in decommissioning, is that you detaching yourself absolutely from the what you call the solution. Nah, that's not it. But you still being in place for that solution. So if anything comes up, maybe there is a particular a particular crash, or maybe the system you proposed there's a loophole, there's a gap in it. You want to easily come in and you know perfect that aspect. Okay. So now let's go further to the planning the cutoff. Rehearsal, and let's just even go further to training and support and benefit realization. That's the training section that I just spoke about. Now, just to round it up, let's look at the tools that will help us to perform all of this action. And the first one we'll be looking at is Trello. Okay. Now, Trello will help us to track changes. Okay, before we look at Trello, let's look at Miro. It is very important that we first have a platform that we can create we can visualize the problem, we can brainstorm on the problem itself before we even go further to proposing the solution. So do we know what Miro is? Have we ever come across the tool Miro? Anyone? Anyone?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So yes, okay, let's do this. I want everyone to go onto their browser. Let me open my browser. I'll stop sharing that screen. So I'm about to share another screen right now. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen, please. Let me know when we can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're seeing.
Okay, beautiful. What can we see? What can we see?
We can read Miro as
Google.
an AI innovation workplace.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes.
Free online.
Miro, AI
Myro.
innovation workspace.
Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. That's the screen I'm sharing. All right. Now, I want everyone to go into their what's it called? Their Chrome. If you're using any browser at all, go into your Chrome, your Edge, or whatnot, right? And look for type Myro in the search bar. Okay, Myro. So when you land on Myro, I want you to go inside. It is myro.com. You can even go further and type in myro.com inside your, the search engine. So once you land on Myro, I want you to click on the Myro as a tool. And then once you're here, I want you to go to get started free up here. Okay. I want you to go to get started free up here because we want to continue with Google. You can click on this one, but I prefer you click on this one. This one is going to take you to the sign up interface so that we can go ahead and continue with Google. All right. So we want to go ahead and continue with Google. So you want to click enter with Google. Please let me know if I'm too fast. Okay. All right. So yes, for you as a new user, it is going to be a lot of question and answer for you before you get to see this interface. But for me, I mean, I've used it for a training one time like that. This was June 26th. This same account, this same Gmail account, I've used that before. That's why I just click continue and then it landed me on this portal. But if for you, you might need to just give I think there's certain questionnaires that you have to click next to get into this interface, right? But if you're here now, first thing we have to do, I believe this section is recorded. That's right? Right? Okay, good. Now, so we can go ahead and watch this just because of our time. I only have 1 hour to spend with us. Okay, and we have to look at two tools. So it is quite a constraint, but yes, we have to do it. Anyways, now let's go further into this. Now, first thing we want to do is to create new, right? We want to create a blank board. I'll just use that to walk us through what Miro is. Now, Miro is a brainstorming section. Is anybody familiar with Miro? Anybody at all?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Not at all,
nice.
please.
Oh, I thought somebody said yes, sir.
Yeah,
No.
I have I've done a training through uh, Transformation College and one
Okay.
of the AI tools that was used. But this is just like it's a continuous learning. So
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah,
That's very good.
thank you.
That's one thing that I'm very sure of Transformation College. Like I'm very proud of Transformation College about. One thing that they will let you understand is the adoption of tools. Tools are important. There is no way we will just say all of this without pointing you to a tool, right? That's one thing that is very impressive about them. Okay. Now let's go further. Okay, let's go further and show this. Now I want to go ahead and create blank, or you can just easily come here and create new. Okay, so we can go ahead and create new. So it is going to load. And once you're here, you can select from their template. They have pay template and then they have free template, but we're not continuing with their template. We're going further into using this. Okay, first thing is that we have to understand the problem that we're trying to solve. Okay, just because of our time constraint, I have come up with a problem scenario, right? came up with a problem scenario that we can look at. Now, the scenario is Transformation College LMS rollout. So like I said, maybe Transformation College, they are making use of, maybe for now, Transformation College are making use of their, what's it called? Microsoft Forms for assessment sake and the likes. But now we want to make sure that from just using Microsoft Forms, we want to take them into an LMS system. Now, Transformation College currently runs its summer program using a patchwork of Zoom. They use Google Forms, assessment. Now, WhatsApp, they create WhatsApp group for communication, and then the college has to validate requirements for a proper LMS system. Now, all of that, this process that goes into it, let me copy it so that I won't just be reading out of, okay? I won't just be reading all of that out of the blue. Let me copy this and share with us. And this is what we have. Okay. This is what we have. Why can't I paste in here? I can't seem to paste. Or I can write inside. I can paste. Moderator, please. Is anything wrong? Don't I have the permission to do that? Okay. I'm not even a co-host. Please, can you make me a co-host to something? Moderator. Or do I need to send it to you? How does it work?
Maybe you refresh it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. No, I'm even talking about the chat room. I'm talking about the chat room. I can't seem to paste in the chat room. I'm trying to paste in
You
the
need to
chat room.
make a co-host.
Yes, I believe so. So moderator, that's Messi. Messi, are you there? Make me a co-host, please. All right. So now that's I've shared with her too. She will paste it into the group. Now that's the solution we're trying to fix. We're just trying to take
So,
Transformation
hi,
College.
Benga. I'm trying to, sorry, I was trying to speak.
Okay.
I've dropped the
Okay.
post on the chat room, or in the
All
chat
right.
room, rather.
All right. Good. 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 So now that's the problem we're trying to solve. Okay. So now the next thing we want to do is to now create that solution. Now we want to create a brainstorming section. So as a BA, you're not the one to build the solution. That's one thing I know. That's one thing I'm sure that you know as of today. All right. Is that clear? Like, are we on the same page on that?
Absolutely, sir.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Now, you as a
sir.
BA, you are not if it is a technology solution you're proposing, I mean, you are not a developer. Okay. Your own is to give a full model of how the process would go, right? And now, when you're building a solution, you have stakeholders, you have people that this solution is going to be of advantage to. That is why we're using Miro today. That's why we want to showcase Miro. Now you have people that this particular solution are going to be of advantage to. The people are the process owners, right? The people that are using it. If it is an HR solutions, you want to make sure that HR solutions, HR personnels in the organization, they are carried along. All right. You what now? This is Miro is a collaboration tool, a brainstorming tool, so that everyone, stakeholders, even the non-BA, they can come onto the platform and share their ideas. If there's a proposed solution, they can tell you why it will work for them and why it will not work for them. This is the platform for it, and that is why we're showing it. Now, I was able to generate a prompt. I'll just paste in the prompt, right? I'll just go ahead and paste in the prompt to generate an interface for us right now. So yes, I mean, we've done AI trainings before now. So one thing we should know is that AI is embedded in everything and anything. Right now, we are in AI era. So I would have shown us the manual way of doing my role. I mean, that would take a stretch. But right now, in this technology and age, you doing it manually yourself. I mean, come on, where are you? Okay. Now that is the approach that we're going to go with it. So I just paste in a prompt, and with the prompt, I want to go ahead and click generate. All right. And then Miro sidekick will start working. So it will start building inside of this. All right. So we'll see the interface real soon. Okay. Now it's a start building. It's going to give you the title. We set our frames in place. Now we just create an environment for us. Generally, it's just trying to create an environment for us so that we can start working inside of it. You can see sticker notes, right? It has created the training and then the interior process and also the decommissioning, right? So we have first frame, we should have second frame, which is going to be the business readiness. All right. Now the third frame is going to be the cutoff planning. Now the sequence and the risk and the rollback notes. All of this is going to be in place, and also the benefits and realization. Okay. Now okay, yeah, it's done building. Done. You've got 4 frames. And this is our frame. Okay. So now let me try to zoom out of it. Or let me add. You have to accept this to Canva. If you discard it, it's all just going to go away. But you have to accept it to Canva. So when you click accept to Canva, now everything is on your Canva and it cannot go away. Now, it's like I said, Miro is also a collaboration tool. You can collaborate on this. If anybody has opened an account already, all I have to do, right? All I have to do is just to click here, and I have to let me give it a title. Let me give it BA class, BA summer class. Okay. Let me save this. Let me give it a title, and then let me copy the team invite link, and let me go to our chat room, and then let me paste this in here. Okay, now I can paste. All right. So you can click on it, and then we'll be on the same Canva as mine. Okay. Now that is how you share to the people, the stakeholders. That's how you share information to the stakeholders. Now the information that you need to collect for data migration. Now you can go ahead and put, I need everyone to submit what they have. Okay. So now you can go ahead and state this, and also another person can come in and say that and come here to use particular tools. So this is where we select the tools to make use of. Now this is where we go further to select the shapes, if these are shapes that we need, if we want to attach a document or anything, and if we want to attach a sticky note, another sticky note, additional sticky note. All we have to do is to select the color of sticky note we want to apply. So let's go with this. You just have to click and drag it. So you can drag it anywhere. Now I'm dropping this, and also the one that has been created already, you can drag and drop anywhere. Okay. So now if I want to maybe respond to this, right? If maybe I am the HR, if we're creating a solution for the HR department, if I want to respond to this, all I have to go to, okay, I can see comment. Where's comment? Okay, great. Now all you have to do is to just click on comment, and then let me drag my comment to where it is. Okay, yeah, this is my comment. So I can just double click and then drag my comment if I need to comment on this particular thing, right? I can go ahead and say, we don't have to give you our document. And that's it. Okay. And then they can send it in. And also you can come here and respond to them. Oh, no, I need it for something. That's how you go. You have to communicate with the team. When you propose a solution or an approach, it's not yet a solution. When you propose an approach, they will have to think about it. You have to think about it together. Now, this is a platform where a real-time information. I would have loved it if anyone would have clicked on that so that they can also come on to this. Canva so that you can add comment or add anything and see how it shows up real time. Okay, someone is here, someone is trying to join in the person of Godwin Edward. Okay, Godwin Edward, can you type in? Just go here and click on comment, right? So go ahead and click on comment, or you respond to, or you just, perform an action here. Okay. Is Godwin Edward in the class? I believe so. This is from the class. So
Yes,
be
I
okay.
am here,
Oh,
sir.
right. Yes. Oh, thank you, sir. Yes, please go ahead. Go ahead and, create a comment, write something, perform an action, right? So now that is how it goes. And there is complex use of this system. So, but this is to set an initial knowledge, to set an initial knowledge in our mind right now, knowing that yes, this is where there's a platform. A platform exists called Miro, and this you can use for brainstorming. Okay, you can use for processes, reviews, and the likes. Now, this is very important. Okay, now let's go further to the second two, just because of our time. So I'm still waiting for you, but yeah, you can go ahead and just mess with it a little bit. It's not a problem. So now we can go ahead to the other two. Now the two that we'll be looking at is Trello. Okay, let's go ahead and type in Trello in our search bar, and in our search bar we can go ahead and click the first link, right, that comes out. This is the first link. Now, we want to get Trello for free. Okay. Now, why we're using Trello for this particular section with the title delivering the requirement is that how will you deliver a requirement if you can't track your progress? Okay. If you can't track your progress, how will you deliver a requirement? It is just like the analogy I cited earlier, that that you're taking a route, a long route that is 2 hours for you to get to your destination, and then I'm proposing another route that is going to just take you 20 minutes. But how do you track that if you don't hold a time, if there's no time in your hand, or maybe you don't have any time to really say that, oh, truly, this thing has cut off the time I use in traveling, in the time I'm using in getting to my destination, and the time uh, I used before, right? You can't track all of that without you having time, right? The clock or a watch to really note that, oh wow, this only take 20 minutes. Wow, this has been taking me 2 hours before now. Oh, all of this information, you have something to keep track of all this information, and that is why we're using Trello, right? And also we're using Trello because other people can as well collaborate with it. There are role-based access control in place where you can set a role, you can set that, okay, I want just you to be a viewer. Don't be able to edit anything, just only to view what is going on. So I'm going to continue with it. Google. All right. So I do have an account. I don't know why it's telling me to create a new account. But anyways, this is how you go about it, creating a new account. So just go ahead and create a new account. And I want to go to next, or you can just click cancel that out. All right. Okay. All right. So now, I want to accept their cookies. I'm good. Now, one thing I want us to understand is that there are AI system in everything. All right. AI is now integrated in everything. If you can give a detailed prompt, then you have it. Okay. All you have to do is just to create with AI. If you want to create a new board, if you want to create a new space, for now, create a board with AI. Just click on it. Now we have how many days free trial? 14 days free trial for the AI premium platform, right? Powered by AI. Now you can go ahead and start listing let's board, and you give your detail prompt so that you can have the same interface. Now you can set, this is just a Trello demo interface, right? So that you too, you can set all of this in place. You can set your board. You can set that, okay, this is our to-do list. This is the to-do. This is the done. This is our future plan. After the solution has been delivered, you still want to make sure that you follow them up back to back, right? And this is where you can keep track of all of them. And with Trello, it's a Kanban view, it's a Kanban view system where you only have to drag. When you create a new card, all you have to do is just to drag it into where you need it. Okay, so now I'm dropping it here. I'm done. All right. I've been able to do that one. Now, if this one is what I'm doing for this week, I'll click and drop it for the week. And if it is, now you have multiple people on the team, right? Also, you can go ahead and share your card from here. You can go ahead and create a link, right? You can go ahead and create a link. And then if you have their emails and names already, you can just put it in here, and also it will fetch it, and then you can click on share with them. So this is a link. I've copied the link. You can as well go here and join this as well. Okay. So yes, these are the beautiful part of the system, and I hope that we've been able to pick one or two. I think my time has come to the time for this section that I have with us have come to our end. I hope we've been able to understand certain things. So anybody can just unmute their mic and tell me what you've been able to grasp from this section. Anybody? Thank you, Nika. Thank you. Go ahead. Yes. Okunbowa. Is the conversation for us? Okay. Please, anybody go ahead. Just please unmute your mic and tell us what you've been able to gain from this section. How impactful has it been? Anybody?
Thank you very much, Sam.
Okay, thank you so much,
Mr. Lubeni. It's been a wonderful, long time journey. To say the least, I quite appreciate your delivery, and it's quite practical. But my takeaway would be that number one, the goal essentially for the BA is not just only solving the problem.
Thank you.
Or achieving the goal of, oh, we've made it, but is it benefiting to the end user? Well, that is the that is the end user, of course, which of course they are part of the stakeholders. So the view now would be essentially whatever the BA is doing, his goal is not about making it to work, it's about making it possible for the end user to be able to use it. And that is in terms of delivery, requirement delivery that you are to. That's just the summary of what I can say, just to say the least. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yes, I'm very happy for that feedback, and you've already simplified the entire thing. Now that is it. That is what delivering the result means. Thank you so much for that. Right, Nike, would you like to let's round up with you?
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for your time. It's been an awesome time. Basically, just taking it through is my own understanding is that yes, you've developed a solution. Don't stick back and say, "Oh, I've done the solution and I'm done." So you need to follow through and be sure that it's usable and is generally accepted, and give room for feedback. So if there are areas for improvement, you can easily fix them and ensure that this solution gives that expected value. And the addition to it is I've at least come to know about 2 more tools that would help in collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. In our arsenal of tools, I hope that we now can add these particular tools in there. Now, let's go further to explore them, and then if we have any question, we can ask our moderator. Yeah, you can get back to me through our moderator or whatnot, right? So yes, thank you very much for the section. I mean, I'm very blessed to be on the section with a
All
great
right.
like minds like this. Thank you so much. Have a blessed one ahead.
Thank you, Benga. Please let's
Thank you.
appreciate our trainer. Thank you so much for that
Thank you
practical
very much,
session. Really
sir.
appreciate it. All right, moving forward, we are going to the last session of today's class, which is project management. Happy. I'm so sorry. I think my network glitched at some point. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for your understanding. Okay, so we are moving on to the last session of today's class, and our trainer is none other than Hafiz Salisu. Please just give me a moment to check if he's around. He's our trainer for a while now, and I believe you have heard his voice before, so it doesn't really need a formal introduction. Thank you so much. Let me check if he's available. A moment.
Yes, I'm here, Mercy. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Okay, Hafiz, it's good to have you on the call. So you'll be
Thank
taking
you.
us on project management as the last of today. Thank you. You can take it off from here.
Oh, that's great then. Hello everybody. Please confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can see me. Good afternoon, everyone.
I can see you. I can hear you. Thank
I
you for
hear you
joining
both
us.
and see.
I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes there's this thing that we see the Nigerian factor, right? Sometimes the internet can just be playing one on you. You just be speaking for minutes and then you realize that nobody actually was listening to you. So I don't want that to be the situation this afternoon. So thank you very much. Wonderful, wonderful session today by all the trainers and of course the most recent one that was just concluded by Benga, which is really, really awesome. Thank you very much, everyone, for your patience and for listening in. I mean, Transformation College is always that school where you learn a lot. I mean, I could hear feedbacks, earlier. So again, it's really, really great to be here and to be in the midst of great minds on the call. My name is Hafiz, just like Mercy had rightly mentioned, and of course, this is our second meeting, right? For this particular what's it called now? Session, around project management. I know we took one some few weeks back, or maybe months back. I can't remember now. But it was a great one, and I'm happy to be here again today and for us to take over the conversation. So permit me to share my screen. I will be doing that in a few minutes. Okay, please confirm you can see my screen. Just to be sure. Kindly confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so today we're not going to be spending so much time as what we'll be discussing. I think is something that is very, very relatable, and it's really around tailoring around project management. Again, this is, like I said, it's nothing new or something out of the world that we're bringing